Guys, in Tom Brady's 21st season, he'll be under center in Tampa Bay with a different coach and a whole new set of weapons. Fox Bet has given Brady 25-1 odds to win the regular season MVP. So, Shannon, what shot do you give Tom Brady to win MVP?
50-1, but the narrative is in his favor because Skip Bayless is trying to paint this narrative. 43-year-old changes team, leads the Bucs to the playoffs after a 10-year hiatus. I know what Skip Bayless is trying to do, and a lot of other people are trying to paint that narrative because sports are about narratives. It's just not good enough to win the game. Jenny, we really don't care who won the game, but we need stories. We need a storyline. We need something that's compelling. And that's what Tom Brady going to Tampa Bay is. It's very compelling. A guy after 20 years, been in one locale, win all these Super Bowls, all these playoff appearances, the most wins in NFL history by a quarterback, changes team, leads teams to a playoff after a 10-year drought. That's a great story at the ripe old age of 43. But the fact of the matter is, Jenny, hey, the Patriots offense struggled. Now, what Skip Bayless and others that are in Tom Brady's fan club, Skip Bayless happened to be the president, CEO, is that, it's all the receivers. But he was 27th in yards per attempt, 27th in completion percentage. Only Baker Mayfield, only Mason Rudolph was worse than one Tom Brady. In the second half of the season, Jenny, he was dead last in completion percentage and the third worst in yards per attempt. That was Tom Brady. That's him. Now, Skip Bayless want to whitewash all that and make it Coach Belichick's fault. But we're going to see how it turns out. 25-1, I think it's more like, should he be in front of my homeboy and Deshaun and Russ, Breeze, Aaron Rodgers? Absolutely not. Skip, all the guys that I've mentioned have been in Lamar Jackson, have been in their system for years. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady is going to a new system, a new locale. So we're going to find out. But they got it about right. They said 25-1. I'm more like 35-40-1.
Wait a second. You opened this topic by saying 50-1. So right here, right now, I will bet you $10. Give me 50-1 odds. I just want $10, a $10 bet with you that Brady will win MVP. Okay. Do I get that? 50-1?
Bet.
Good. $10.
Noted.
Because I can't wait for you to pay me my $500 that you're going to owe me when you have to eat $500 worth of fried crow when he wins MVP, because I love his chances. And I do not understand why Fox Bet doesn't love his chances more, because at 25-1, that means 8 quarterbacks have a better chance, according to Fox Bet, to win MVP than Tom Brady does. I'm sorry, I don't see it, and I'll tell you why. Just do the math. Jameis Winston last year in Bruce Arians' throw it, bombs away offense, had 35 turnovers, as we all know. He had 30 interceptions and 5 lost fumbles. 35 total turnovers. That's 12 more than any other quarterback in the league. Tom Brady last year had a grand total of 9 turnovers, 8 interceptions, and only 1 lost fumble. So 35 minus 9, that's 26 more turnovers Jameis had than Tom Brady. What if you cut 26 turnovers out of Tampa's offense? And remember, Jameis was second in the NFL in touchdown passes with 33 to Lamar's 36, and Jameis led the league in passing yardage. Tom Brady's going to lead the league in passing yardage. Tom Brady's going to lead the league in touchdown passes. I said the other day, I'll go 40. I'll say 40 touchdowns to, let's say, I'll go high on this one because he's going to throw so much. I'll go 12 interceptions. If he has 40 touchdowns to 12 interceptions, and Tampa is the surprise of the NFL, which I believe they will be, let's say Tampa goes 12-4 and wins or steals the NFC South from the New Orleans Saints. Would 12-4 with 40 touchdown passes win you MVP? You better believe it would.
Yeah.
And why would he throw 40 touchdown passes? Because he's got 4 receivers, better than any one receiver he had last year in New England. Last year, Pro Football Focus ranked the Tampa receivers 3rd overall in the NFL. They might be 1st overall. Last year, Pro Football Focus ranked the New England receivers 23rd. 23rd to 3rd. And in pass blocking, Pro Football Focus said the Tampa line ranked 10th, which is pretty great. And remember, Tampa's got the 14th overall pick in the draft, and they'll take, I think, one of those stud tackles. I don't know if it'll be Becton. It might be Andrew Thomas. Whoever's left there, they're going to get a stud offensive tackle, probably a right tackle, and that will only make that line that much better. And they have draft picks all down the line. They have 2 4th picks, 2 4th-rounders. So the point is they'll get a lot better through the draft, and their defense is already vastly underrated because it inherited the worst starting field position in the whole league last year because of Jameis Winston and all of his turnovers. And I love Todd Bowles' unit. I love Todd Bowles. I'm not saying he's Bill Belichick, but he's up in the upper echelon of defensive coordinators. And when you have a Shaq Barrett and you have a Sue and a JPP and a Vita Vea, you got firepower across your front. And Levante David and Devin White, you got firepower in your front 7. They went 4-2 in their last 6 games. They led the league in sacks. They led the league in stopping the run, in rush yards allowed. So I'm looking at a team on the verge, as Tom Brady told Bruce Arians the first time they talked, of doing something very special. I love this team's chances, and if Brady puts up the numbers in the bombs away Bruce Arians attack that I think he will, why wouldn't he be right in the middle of the MVP conversation, if not at the top? So I just made a strong case. So I think I just won $500 from Shannon Sharp. That's pretty good. I'll take that.
You're not going to win, Skip, but you do understand that in order to go bombs away, you have to hold on to the football. When you hold on to the football, you give the defenders an opportunity to get at you. Now, Tom Brady, we saw last year, he started flinching in the pocket. There's no denying that. And to push the ball down the field, you're going to have to take some big shots to the chops. Is Tom Brady willing to do that game in and game out? Can he have an awesome game? Yes. As we start to age, the thing that happens is that the ability to have those great games, game in and game out, start to dissipate. We've seen great players have those type moments. Adrian Peters can still give you a 150-yard rush game. He just can't do it with the consistency in which he did it in 2012. Skip, and you do realize this, 5 of the 6 primary quarterbacks that Bruce Arians have had in their first year, they set their career high in interceptions. You do realize that, right? So his primary quarterback will be Tom Brady. This will be his first year. Go back and look. Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning. I'm just saying, Skip. I'm just saying.
Peyton Manning was a rookie with Bruce Arians. He led the league in interceptions that year. I don't want to hear, this is the GOAT we're talking about. This is Tom Brady driven to show Bill Belichick that he was wrong. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes here on Undisputed. But the post that he, the letter that he wrote for Players Tribune, it certainly between the lines said, Bill, watch this. This man is going to be possessed, obsessed with showing the world that at 43, he can out-Belichick and get to a Super Bowl before Bill does. And he's looking at Tampa as the diamond in the rough that none of us saw coming. I love this because you're right. As the year starts to unfold, the narrative will become, wait a minute, look what Tom Brady's doing for a team that's been called the Succaneers, the worst team in all of sports in history. They have the worst career winning percentage of .387 in all of sports. So Tom Brady, the GOAT, is not going to lead the league in interceptions next year. And if you want to bet on that, I'll bet on that right now. I'll bet you 10 cases of Diet Dew, Tom Brady does not lead the league in interceptions.
He's not going to lead the league in touchdown passes. Skip, you do realize they've only been two, if I'm not mistaken, only two quarterbacks to ever throw for 40 touchdowns twice in a season? Peyton Manning did it. He threw 48. Okay, he threw 55. And I think Marino did 48 and 44. Now, he already has a 50. You believe he's going to throw for 40 touchdowns or more at the age of 43?
I do.
What can we get?
Finally got some weapons.
Skip, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the type of weapon you have if you can't pull the trigger. If your aim is off, I can have any kind of weapon, but if I can't hit the backside of a barn, what good is that?
The backside of a barn? He had a woeful Patriots offense in position to win the 2 seed in the AFC and have a week off before they played a home playoff game. And Belichick's defense spit it up. They gagged, they choked, because Belichick as a coordinator is overrated. Or maybe I should say Steven Belichick, the new coordinator, is overrated. And we got more. We got 5 cases on Tampa Bay having a better record than Bill Belichick's Patriots will have next year. And I love that bet. And if you'd like to extend that bet out to 7, 8, 10 cases, I'll do that right now.
No. I want to get some of this 40 touchdown. I want to get some on this 40 touchdown. Brady is not throwing 40 touchdowns. First of all, Skip, what do you think my homeboy is going to do? They bring their entire offense intact, hungry, want to repeat. Russ is going to be in the mix. Lamar Jackson is going to be right there. Breeze, no Rodgers. Hold on. Isn't he tied with like Saquon? He might be tied with Saquon because they got the 2 quarterbacks in the NFC East. I think Dak and walk it to him might have better odds than your guy Brady. So stop this notion, Skip. He's 40. He's 43. And you want to commend him for being 43 and playing in the NFL, okay. But this notion that all of a sudden he's going to be throwing 40 and 40-plus touchdowns, no. I want cases. Let me get 5 cases. Let me get 5 cases he don't throw 40 tubs.
No, I'm good because I got a $10 bet at 50 to 1 odds that he will win the MVP, and I'm good. I'm going to rest on my laurels right here. I'm good to go.
And I want my $10. I want my $10 in Buffalo nickels. Don't bring me a $10 bill. Don't bring me 10 ones. Don't bring me 2 5s. I want $10 in Buffalo nickels. I want Skip Bayless to go to the bank and says, I need $10 in Buffalo nickels. And then the cashier is going to ask you, Mr. Bayless, why do you need $10 in Buffalo nickels? And the look on your face when you say, I lost the bet to Shannon Sharp, that's what I want.
You'll get $10 in Monopoly money from me.
I like the Monopoly money idea. Skip, you did mention it. We are going to talk about that essay that Tom Brady wrote to the Players Tribune about, Shannon, he still has some things to prove. So I just want you to think about that one and be ready for it. But before we get to the essay, let's talk about the Cowboys. Have they finally gotten the help they need on defense? Let's talk about Skip's team next on Undisputed.